Hey everyone, it's Isaac here. I'm joined here with
Malachi.Divine.
Malachi. Will be sharing with us about his number one topic for today, which is identity.
Yep.
So
So,
proceed.
for me, identity was something that was hard for me. I struggled with it for a lot of years. I remember growing up and being a teenager, feeling so lost in the world, feeling like I didn't have a place, feeling like there was no purpose for me actually being here.
Mm.
And that caused me to turn to a lot of different avenues to try to fill that void.
Right.
And it all came to a point where it was too much for me to handle.
Mm.
But by the grace of God, the Lord met me face to face, and I had a true experience with the God of the entire universe, and that completely changed my life. And what felt like, something that was meaningless, something that was pointless,
Right.
turned into something that was actually filled with purpose,
Wow.
and it's like my life actually was transformed into me seeing why the Lord has placed me here. And it's like when I started walking with Jesus and following Jesus and believing in Jesus, it's like there was that void that was filled, you know what I
Mm.
mean? That yearning to live that was given to me, and my identity is no longer tied to all these different things that can only temporarily fill who I am. But now my identity is linked to something that is eternal and
Mm.
something that has conquered the world, because it's like Jesus has conquered the world. So because I'm in
Right.
Jesus, I've also been able to conquer the world through Jesus. So I just want to inspire anybody, talk to anybody that's listening to this, that
Mm.
your identity is not who the world tells you you are. Your identity is not who your trauma tells you you are. That's not even what the own critic in your mind or what the voices tell you you are, but your identity is who God created you to be. And in this crazy, chaotic world we live in, it's like we need to know that our identity is not linked to this world,
That's it.
because the world is constantly changing. It's
Mm.
it's constant new things every day. If your identity is linked in the world, that means your identity is going to be changing. But when your identity is rooted in Christ Jesus, then your identity is solid, it is secure, and it is protected, and it is meant to succeed. Yeah.
That's beautifully said, brother.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you so much for your words.
My pleasure.
And I hope you guys learned something from this video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.